Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing you a quick review on the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Honey Palette. Now I just received this on Friday in the mail from Ulta. They did an exclusive release to their Platinum members last Sunday, I believe. So I decided to hop on and order it. So without further ado, here are my thoughts on the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Honey Palette. Okay, so let's go over the packaging first. This is what the box looks like. It is super cute. It's yellow. It says it smells like peanut butter and honey, which it really does. I do think that's definitely a true claim about this palette. And it's really cute. It says creamy and decadent eyeshadow palette. 3 steps, 3 looks, 3 minutes. So the nice thing about a palette like this is it is great for beginners because it really lays out kind of the different looks you can do with it. It's pretty standard of a 3-pan palette by Too Faced. As you can see, each row is kind of its own cohesive look, which I think is handy. The packaging is tin, and it's, again, has that whole honeycomb thing. There's a little pamphlet in here on different looks that you can create. This will retail for $36, and it will be on Ulta's website on March 1st and in stores on March 19th. Now, the website and the packaging does say that this is a limited edition palette. I don't know how true that is because I'm pretty sure the peanut butter and jelly palette was supposed to be limited edition as well, but it is still available. It does come back in stock. So if it's not something that you're 100% sold on, I would wait on it. I would wait until you can swatch it in store and things like that because, again, it's $36, which is a pretty decent price for something like this. Now, on the inside, you are getting 3 large eyeshadows. Now the 3 large pans are 0.07 ounces each, so a total of 0.21 ounces of product with these 3. On the smaller pans, they're a little bit smaller, almost half the size of these ones, with 0.03 ounces for a total of 0.18 ounces of product. So overall, you do get a decent amount. This palette is made in Canada, and it has an expiration of 12 months. So I do have notes written, which is why I'm looking down. And so now I want to get into the swatches. I want to show you guys what all the colors look like. So I'm just going to swatch them all down my arm. And yeah, let's see how these swatch. Okay, so I'm not going to use any primer or anything. So the first row I'm going to swatch is Sweet as Honey. So let me actually just swatch all of them and then I will tell you what all the colors are. So here's what some of them look like. These are going on pretty patchy. I'm just going to see if I can try and build them up so you can see what color these are. So here's the first 3. This is creamed honey on top, and then in the middle is peanut butter, and then the last one is going nuts. So there's those 3 shades. And these are all matte, except the last one has a little bit of shimmer in it. It has like a reddish shift to it, almost like a shimmer. And then the next row is Bee Sweet, Honey Brittle, and Bee's Knees. And these are what they look like. A lot of these colors remind me of the peanut butter and jelly palette. So if you have that, I don't think you need both by any means. And I really like Bee's Knees. That's like right up my alley. That one has a hint of gold shimmer in it. The other 2 are matte. This middle shade is a really pretty peach color. And then this Bee Sweet is a nice pink shade. So this last row is kind of what I thought was the most unique. The first one is Queen Bee, Honey Buns, and then Feeling Nutty. I think Honey Buns was probably the most unique shade in this palette. So it was one I think a lot of people were looking forward to. It's definitely not a color you see very often in eyeshadow palettes. I don't know, I think the swatches are really patchy. So since this is a first impressions video, I'm going to go ahead and insert my demo of me trying out the eyeshadows right here. Okay guys, so I zoomed you in closer for the demo. So what I'm going to do is see how this palette applies on my eyes. Now I've seen quite a few different people do this already. But I haven't seen anyone with my skin tone, so I just thought it would be fun to test this out. I don't usually do this with reviews, but this is more like a first impressions because I've never used this palette. I just got it in the mail on Friday. So here we go, and I'm not sure what kind of look I'm going to do yet, so we're totally winging this. I just want you guys to know I did prime my eyelids with this Smashbox Photo Finish Lid Primer in the shade Medium. This is one of their new eye primers. They did a line with like skin tone based colors, so I picked this up. So far, I really like it. So that's what I have down as my base. I also have my foundation. I basically have a full face of makeup on except my eye makeup. So let's go ahead and dig into this palette. Okay, so I'm going to grab a blending brush. This is the Morphe E22. And I'm going to put Queen Bee down as like a base. So I'm just going to put this on my brow bone. My eyelid is already set, but I'm just going to try out the shadow. So it smells good. It definitely does smell like peanut butter. I don't know if I smell honey, but just kind of blending this into my lid. So, I mean, whatever, you know, nothing too impressive. Then I'm gonna dip into Honey Brittle. Sorry, let me try this. Honey Brittle, which is this shade right here in the middle. And I'm gonna put this into the crease as well. I'm just gonna keep that pretty close to the crease. Trying to blow it out a little bit, but not too crazy. I really don't see this color on my lid. I mean, it's very slight. Adding some colors so it gives some definition. I really don't see that shade. Okay, I'm gonna try Feeling Nutty, which is the really pretty, like pea, not pea color, but it's like a poopy color. So there's that. There's quite a bit of kick up. Let me show you guys. You see that? So that's a lot of kick up. It smells good. The thing about this palette that I was thinking about when I was watching other people's first impressions is there's really not a whole look here. I mean, if you're really into matte eyeshadows, you can do a really pretty look with this. But if you like a nice foil lid shade, there's really nothing in here for something like that. So I don't know. I just feel like for $36, you should be able to do like a whole eye look. I mean, I think there's some amazing crease shades and you can like sit here and blend all of these all day, but it's not going to give you like a full look, which is kind of disappointing to me. So I'm just, again, I don't know. Just feel like it all looks like my skin tone. I'm going to try this Honey Buns shade, which is the yellow. I'm going to try and pop that on my lid and see if it does anything. I keep stabbing myself in the eye. I don't know what's wrong with me today. The pigmentation on this color, what is this palette doing? There's so much kick up. Do you guys see like the shadow just flying? I don't know, guys. I'm not loving this palette. And then I'm just going to grab a Morphe N433 and try and put some dark color in my crease. I kind of fucked up. I think this actually has some dark shadow in this already. Should have grabbed a clean brush. I don't know. I don't think I like this palette. Oh, do you guys see this? Like, look at this. It's like dusty. It's like a hot mess. I can't do this. I don't like this palette. Like, I had a feeling I wasn't gonna like it, but I really don't like it. The only thing that really gave me some color payoff was the dark shadow, and that's because I accidentally grabbed a brush that already had like shadow on it. So I don't even think it's from this palette. So I'm just going to close my eyes so you guys can get a look at it. And I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup really quick, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to talk about this palette. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed that little demo. Now from the demo you can definitely see I was not having a very easy time working with those shadows. I still have it on because it's still the same day, so I wore that look to church and now I'm filming the rest of my video. So overall, my thoughts are you can definitely skip this palette for $36. I really don't think it's worth it. If the shadows were pigmented and really good quality and buttery, I would say definitely it's something worth checking out. But if you already have the peanut butter and jelly palette, you definitely don't need this, because those yellow colors, those two unique shades that I was telling you about, really don't perform in any capacity that would warrant a $36 price tag. And then I was trying to think of alternates in my collection. So one that came to mind right away was the 35O palette. I see, of course, this palette is huge. There's so many more shades in here, but a lot of the shades that anyone would enjoy in the peanut butter and honey palette, you can definitely find dupes for in the 35O. This color right here, which is a very famous like poopy color, I think is very similar to Feeling Nutty. This one is a little bit more warm, but this whole palette is $22, so you really can't go wrong. And there's a lot of dark brown shades. There's definitely a dupe for Bee's Knees somewhere in this range. I think there are a lot of palettes out there that can easily dupe this one. I have the Violet Voss Ride or Die palette on its way, and I know there's a row of yellows and golds in that palette, so I'd be really curious to see if we can find a dupe for this shade Honey Buns. And then the other palette I was thinking of that is actually more expensive than this palette, but the quality is still amazing. I think these could be pretty good dupes, especially like this last row here would be all the fun colors in this palette are easily found here. If you already have the Vizart Warm Matte palette, you definitely don't need this. This yellow right here is pretty comparable to Honey Buns, and you get way more product with the Vizart palette. So if you guys are interested, I can definitely do a review on the Vizart Warm Matte palette. I actually have 3 of them now, and they're honestly some of my favorite shadow formulations. Just like everyone else on YouTube that loves them, I love them too. But as far as this palette goes, I would say you can easily pass on this one, guys. Okay guys, those are all my thoughts on the peanut butter and honey palette. I keep wanting to say jelly palette because I'm so used to that. But those are all my thoughts on this palette. Let me know if you are planning on picking this palette up. I would love to hear your thoughts and comments if you already tried this palette, or if you just have thoughts on Too Faced in general. They're definitely not one of my favorite brands, and I talk about that pretty openly on my channel. I can link my review of the peach palette as well as the peanut butter and jelly palette down below if you're interested in checking that out. Anyway, thank you so much for your time, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great day. Bye!